everybody! Welcome back to another video with Kat and Mobile Gamer about Raid Shadow Legends! Okay, today we are talking about the Fusion champion that is coming to the game, or the Fusion event that's going to be starting in a couple days here, for THOLIN FOULBEARD.
Yep.
Stankbeard.
He looks good.
Yeah, he looks really good. So we're going to go over his kit today. We're going to both talk about whether or not we're going to be going after him. So if you haven't already, right now is a great time to start Raid Shadow Legends because we have this big summer event that's starting. It's going to have a free login champion event by the month of June, but before that you want to start playing because if you click the link in the description or scan the QR code, you get the legendary Currosa Fox Hunter. Then at level 10 you get Tagore. Then at level 20 you get Mausoleum Mage. And then at level 30 you get Lady Annabelle. So those are 3 epic support champions to go with your legendary. And then, after all of that, use the promo code Monkey King and get Sun Wukong. And that is only available until the end of June. So you have to jump on that as soon as possible. Then once you've done all of that, by the time you get to July, you have the free login champion that I discussed in a previous video. That'll pop up in the corner. Huge reason to start playing Raid Shadow Legends if you haven't already, or restart an account if you have played before, haven't played in a while, want to get back into it, just restart an account. So we are talking about the Chaos Awakes event, which I did a full video on, the THOLIN FOULBEARD Fusion, which starts tomorrow. Mm-hmm. So from what we can tell, he's great. Yeah. Like really good.
I feel like I've been unsure about some of these fusions. Fabian was not one of them.
No.
Fabian was really good. And
Love
then
Fabian.
I guess last year there was Noelle, which was I missed because I didn't really understand how to do a fusion.
Right.
This looks like it's on that order of run, don't walk. And I have a particular interest in this for 2 reasons. I think it's going to help me in the event dungeon to get the pinpoint accessories that are super vital. And I also need someone for Shogun, which if I can get the red stars on him, because I was able to get, I don't know, that's a whole other story, getting the red stars on these fusions. They can be really, that's where they usually get you, is on the red. I don't know if you noticed that on how many did you end up getting on Fabian?
Not that many. I think I got 3.
Yeah, you had to go really hard.
Yeah.
And it was a little bit much. I mean,
Very
it definitely
much
was challenging. But anyway, Shogun is what I'm looking at right there.
Yeah, he's got a 5-star rating for Shogun and a 4.5 for a lot of other places. Faction Wars gives his damage as godlike, which makes sense because this entire champion is damage and attack. He is so heavy on damage. So he's pretty high rated for a lot of places. And as we go into his kit, it's going to be obvious why. The interesting thing is that he is specifically designed for Currosa, who is the mythical champion that, you know, runs the event dungeon. She is also going to be available in Primal Shards after the whole summer event is over. And I think that's the only way you're going to be able to get her. Well,
I think part of it, too, is that she's corrupted, and that's something that they're leaning into right here. The corrupted is going to be the 4 factions, Demon Spawn, Undead, Hordes, Dark Elves, and Knights Revenant, which is like a quarter of the game, let's say, and she's going to be a mythical Demon Spawn, and his kit is designed for that in particular, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, so you'll see, like, right here, his A1 is called Demon Breaker. Obviously specifically designed for her, but it's not just her. So like Mobile Gamer said, he has a lot of things in his kit that is specifically for the Corrupted Alliance, and it's interesting. Like his A1, before it's an AoE, and before attacking he has a chance of placing a 25% weaken debuff, which means they take more damage for 2 turns, but that's a 50% chance if the target is from the Corrupted Alliance, or as a boss or a minion. This effect cannot be resisted by enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, boss, or minions. So, if you also manage to put that weaken debuff on all enemies, you get an extra turn on top of that.
Well, you're going to book this guy. This guy looks like you're going to book, so it's going to be 25% higher. So you're going to book this guy. So it's going to be 50% against non-corrupted and 75% against corrupted. So that's going to be a pretty good chance of getting this to work, and you're not going to need accuracy against corrupted. I'm actually kind of torn if I even want to mess with accuracy on this guy. I think I'm going to ignore accuracy and just go, or maybe put like a minimum amount, like 225, 250, just to like in waves and things like that, get some advantage of it. But I think like against the big boy stuff, I'm probably going to ignore it. Kind of think like Sun Wukong kind of needs accuracy, but
a little bit.
Yeah, but it's not like you're going to be able to like go up against the high resistance, you know, like top of Doom Tower needing 550. I don't know if that's going to be needed. I think just kicking it at 200-ish area.
Yeah. And plus, this is the only skill of his that has that 25% chance.
Right.
Everything else he does, it just does. So there's no huge need to build accuracy
And you
on
don't
him.
even need it against the corrupted. So I'm kind of thinking maybe I just make him like a corrupted specialist and like ignore accuracy and go all damage and then cool if I have.
Right.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know yet. I don't know. That's interesting.
So we're going to kind of go out of order, but it's on for a reason. So his passive activates his A1 every 5th turn this champion takes. So as he keeps attacking, including the extra turns, you're building up to just do an A1 in the middle of all of that. And the enemies from the Corrupted Alliance, bosses and minion, cannot land critical hits on this champion. So he is completely resistant to the Corrupted Alliance and also gives them a lot more damage. We see that in his A3, which is bonkers. His A3 is so terrifying to me. So it's another AoE twice, but before he attacks, he gives himself a 50% increase attack buff for 2 turns. So he buffs himself up and then attacks everyone. If he lands a critical hit the first time, the damage goes up by 10% for the second hit. And it completely ignores unkillable and shield buffs.
It's pretty cool.
It's nuts.
I mean, the correct way to build damage champions is to go high crit damage. So you get like 100% crit chance and then like whatever you can get.
800% crit damage.
I don't know. I think I can get some of them up to 300, but I know people can do 400, maybe more. I have no idea.
Is at 300%.
Yeah, but the thing is that like against corrupted, which is going to be demon spawn, undead, dark elves, knights, revenant.
Yeah.
He's not going to be crit. That's part of his passive. Then right here, yeah, this is cool. You don't have to worry about, you know, going in with like an arbiter or something to get that increased attack. He's going to do it. Also, sometimes the positive effects get stripped. Well, he's going to reapply it right before he does the damage. Yeah. I really like that. Kind of unless there's like buff immunity. But anyways, that's good.
Yeah, he's completely self-sufficient. We were talking about this in your video that he doesn't really need a lot of support champions. He can just pop off by himself. He can cause so much damage and be so gnarly just as a solitary character, and that's super cool to see. Obviously, having some support with him really helps, but he really doesn't need it. It's pretty impressive. His A2 attacks one enemy twice, and each hit ignores 25% of their defense. Again, really hitting into that damage. If they're from the Corrupted Alliance, the hit ignores 50% of their defense instead. Each hit decreases their attack by 5% and increases his attack by 5%, and those stack on their own. So he is somebody that you want to book up like crazy to get all of that damage increase. He is just nuts.
I was just thinking about this basic right here where, you know, taking another turn if weakened demo is placed on all enemies by this skill. You know, like those champions that have the assist mechanic. Like, this guy could be just going over and over again. I wonder if there's a way if you just set him up with like auto basic and, you know, have like the assist and like every 5th turn he's going to do it anyways. I mean, I bet you, this idea right here on this A1 makes me wonder if there's a way to loop this and just have him just taking turns over and over again, or a lot of turns anyways.
Bam, bam, bam.
I mean, of course, I don't know if the damage multipliers have been revealed on these, so
it doesn't look like it. They're usually right here.
Yeah, so I think that's going to determine really how good he is. But on paper, this guy looks like a no-brainer to me. Absolutely no-brainer.
Yep. So speaking of, you're going to go for him?
Absolutely, absolutely, yeah. I'm just for Shogun. So I feel like the game absolutely provides like enough solutions, and if I have good access to his red stars, I mean that's where I'm struggling right now is Shogun, and you know I feel like I've got a good plan against all the other dungeons with the exception of Shogun, and Shogun is where you know you get those extra oomph, specifically in the banners on accuracy, right? So like you can really ramp up the accuracy with the pieces that you get from the Shogun, and then also crit damage. It ramps up the crit damage on the middle piece, which is what, the amulet. So it's an important part of the game, but it's kind of an afterthought. But it's the whole accessory ascension is like icing on the cake. It really, you know what I'm talking about? It's and it's kind of like that last thing, and that's why it's kind of been on the back burner, because it's not super vital. But I think, you know, if I want to get higher Hydra numbers or more on Chimera, or, you know, it's going to be necessary.
Curse City, whatever it is.
Curse City, I Doom Tower, I'm doing okay. Curse City is, boy, that's something.
that's late game.
Yeah, that's something, yeah.
Yeah, so keep in mind, if you're a new player, fusions are not for the faint of heart. If you if you're more interested in it, I'll have a video pop up from when I did the Fabian fusion a couple months ago, and that was really intense. So I'm a little worried about this one, because going into the Fabian fusion, I had 1,200 multi battles, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great. So I'm just going to be running this constantly in the background. That is not going to be the case this time. I'm not nearly as prepared for this fusion as I was for Fabian. But, so here's the thing. We have clan versus clan running right now with personal rewards. Our clan is doing okay. I don't know, we're not winning. We're close, but we're not winning. And part of me is kind of over clan versus clan in the personal rewards, so I don't think I'm going to be going as hard on clan versus clan as I normally do, knowing that this fusion comes the day after clan versus clan ends. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just be a little chill about this clan versus clan, and then go really hard on this fusion. The nice thing about being pregnant right now is that I'm sitting on the couch a lot of the time because I'm physically exhausted. So what I can do is I can sit there with my iPad and just have my things running and just keep manually running through the dungeons. So I think there is a chance that I'll be able to go through it.
There's a way around that though, right?
What?
The RSL helper, have you heard of the RSL helper?
Is this hacks?
Kind of. No, so it's a third party, but they're fully aware.
Okay.
So RSL helper's third party, it only works on the PC client.
Oh, yes.
And then
yes,
basically it sidesteps the need for multi battles. And so if you do run out of multi battles, now there are some downsides to it. It does not work for several days after a patch.
Oh.
So like a patch will come in, and then the RSL helper will be down 3 or 4 days, or until they update, because they got to update it. They got to move around.
They got to adjust that to fit the update.
And so, but I know that when I've ran out of multi battles, the RSL helper kind of sidestepped that. It's very complicated. The program. I mean, there are people that make hour-long videos on how to use RSL helper.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be learning that right now.
Yeah.
So overall, this looks like a no-brainer. This is absolutely a fusion worth doing. So if you comment down below, same thing. Are you going to be going after the fusion? What do you think of THOLIN FOULBEARD? And then as we get closer to the login, once we get the login champion, our Lemonisi.
We don't know if she's good or not.
No, we don't. But she's free.
But yeah,
but once we get closer and I know her kit, then I'll make a video about that.
A lot of people weren't big fans of Udek's Artor. He's good. He's fine.
Yeah.
I actually, he's pretty good. I use him quite a bit, like more than I thought I was going to.
He's kind of a pain in arena when I got up against him.
A bit, like, especially if you don't have Arbiter. But like, it's a bonus champion, right? And I hate to use the word free because nothing's really. It's a bonus champion, right?
Yeah.
But he's better than like Skeletor.
Yes.
You know,
a lot better than Skeletor.
Anyways.
Sorry, Skeletor.
Yeah. Anyways.
So let us know down below your thoughts about the fusion. Thank you for being here, and don't forget, if you haven't already, click the link in the description or scan the QR code. Get your Corrado Fox Hunter and your Mausoleum Mage and your Tagore and your Lady Annabelle. And use the promo code Monkey King in the first 24 hours to get Sun Wukong before the end of June. Otherwise, he's going to disappear. Sad face. Anything else you want to add?
Those are really good champs to start a new account. You've got the supports and Sun Wukong to really go, because the game, early game, is all about epic supports. I'm not kidding.
Yep.
It's all about epic supports and knowing which champion you need for revives, which champion you need for heals, which champion you need for buffs, which champion you need for debuffs. Can you do 2 things with this one champion, blah, blah, blah. It's really all about epic supports when you start out, and it's just getting...
They carry the whole account.
Yeah, and getting 2 of those types right out of the way. Mausoleum Mage and Tagore. Tagore's got a team revive, and Mausoleum Mage buffs the team and has some slight heals. You've got a lot of those pieces covered.
Yeah.
Which you're going to need to do as you play the game.
Thank you very much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.